Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. I'm just going to let you see the loading screen for how it would come in when you load for a normal game. It's quite amusing sometimes because you always have the moment where the AI helper is trying to get in touch with whichever agent it is, and sometimes they're doing really weird things. I think one guy was actually urinating somewhere, one guy was drunk. Sometimes they answer thinking it's somebody else, so sometimes they're eating food, so actually it's quite amusing. So I'll let you see how the loading screen will come in just every time. It's different depending on what agent it is. I've seen them doing all manner of different things. I think one time one was fighting. So this is how the first loading screen would come in once you've already gone through the tutorial. I don't think I've ever shown you this before. And it's not so long, a loading screen, and we'll just see what this agent is doing.
I'm not doing anything important. You've been activated. Just want to get a moment to myself. Excellent. Time to go.
Okay, so that's interesting because I've never really done that with the same person twice in a row, because I actually loaded this first to see what was happening where I left off, and when I came in the first time before I started videoing it and saving it, she was actually just talking to a friend, and then she thought it was somebody else calling her, and this time she's non-PC having a smoke. So actually with the same agent you get a different scenario, which I've never seen. I didn't know, I've never done it. So there you go, even with the same agent you can get different things if you load in twice, and there's loads of different possibilities. People can be doing different things. One of the most annoying things I'd think if I was an agent is they actually sometimes sitting down to dinner and they'll get a call and they have to leave their food. So anyway, we're going to just do a mission straight out from here, or we'll at least do the first part of it and we'll see how long it takes. So we've already got the setup. We've got an agent who's got the invisibility cloak. It lasts longer when you put extra points on it, but we've got the basic one. We've got a machine gun, a real one, and the stun pistol thing which I already explained. So we'll pick her, and actually that's a good pick because so we picked the first person that went past. We picked her. Now she's got a grenade launch, which is an unusual thing. You can blow up a whole host of enemy agents by using that. It's quite fun actually, and they're not that easy to find. So we'll pick her now. On that screen you can see the little down tick, and what that means is she doesn't really like our organisation. Now at the moment, just so you know, we wouldn't be able to thing later on in our tech, which is this one, where when you get that you can find ways to recruit people that basically don't like you. So her, usually it can be agents for other organisations as well who don't like us, and some people just generally don't like us. They've heard publicity about our agency, they think we're responsible for blowing up London, as in the initial tutorial, and they don't like us, so we can recruit them. But at the moment we actually can't recruit her, so it was a good thing to pick her because we can't recruit her, but it shows you what we would need later. So just so you know, initially you can't pick someone who doesn't like our organisation DedSec. That comes later. So you can add those people into your save data. There's our agents that we can recruit, and it will tell you that one doesn't like us, so we can't recruit that one yet. So we can recruit, let's pick her. She's got a news drum. We'll just pick her because it's somebody. So if we were going to pick her, we would view the mission on that screen, and it will tell you recruit Megan Lockhart. She's a journalist, and we click on pick that mission. Then we'll go to the main screen, and it will tell you what the mission is to get her.
fucking palm those fascists. Let's find out why they're bricking it. Right, here's the coordinates of the lunatic question. See if you can't work out what they're up to.
Okay, so that's number one, just to say I really like the fact this game's not PC. So people swear, people are rude, people shoot each other, people smoke, people drink, and I love that. It's not trying to be PC at all. It's kind of like people would be in normal world. Some people are protesting stuff, and some people don't care, and some people are rude, and some people are polite, and it's just like life. So we've got this mission, download some Albion Optics, which is like their data banks really. So we would look on the map and we can find out where that is. Now what that is it's over here. When you get a new mission, usually if you give it a couple of moments, one of your agents will kind of go there to scout it. That's especially useful when you've not discovered the whole map. It's in a fog because we don't know where it is. So later on you'll be able to either run to that easily, or you'll find a subway station, a tube station where you can quick travel. But now we have no knowledge of how to get there. We have to literally just run through these unknown tricks, which will be okay, but we won't do that. So what we'll do to get there quickly is we'll just swap to that agent, which will mean basically fast travel, because that agent acts as a fast travel pool, and we can become the agent. Once you swap to another agent, whatever they are, you can swap back. So it's basically wherever an agent is, it just enables you to fast travel to that even better, because they'll be all over the place. And it means that even if it's somewhere not near a fast travel point, you can go there. So this agent's actually okay. She's got she's drawn a gun, we don't want to do that. She's got a shotgun and the stun pistol and the shield, so that's fine, because shotgun actually I like the best of the weapons. I always like shotguns in games. I don't know, there's something about blasting someone close up that's kind of satisfying. I don't know what it is, so maybe it's me. Anyway, so where we are, it'll show us where we kind of want to be and what we want to do. Download the Albion Optics, that'll become apparent when we get there. So you can see on the map, we're there, we want to get there. So basically, we want to go right. So we're going to go that way. It's very good, like I said before, at kind of showing you where you want to be, how you want to get there. When you get these arrows on the map that's like downward, what that means is it's something beneath you. So the place we want to get to here is below. Doesn't always mean the way to get there is by going below. It can be lots of things, but in this case it's below us. So we'll just run around a bit. Like I said, sometimes the logistics of how to do these things you pick up over a game. So what we know is we want to go below. You'll see we're next to the river, so then you have to kind of, use some pre-game logic and also some logic generally that, maybe it's something underground, underneath, that's accessed by the river. Oh, really sorry, I just ran into that person. I didn't look very happy. I wasn't looking where I was going. You can do that quite often. Let me just run into this person. Just be rude. And he's not very happy, and he told us to be careful. And he's quite right too. So we want to get to there. It's an Albion base, which is going to be pretty heavily guarded. So the first thing to do, I think, is we'll go from here. You can jump over the wall, but from the top and jump down. It just depends how you want to get there. You'll pick up different ways of doing these things, how you want to do it. That's Neil, so we'll hide there. And there's an agent, you can see him, an enemy agent. Now you can use this distract thing, which is good. So what we'll do when he gets nearer, we'll use distract, which usually means his phone rings. And then we'll just go and take him out. And I don't necessarily think there's a way. I kind of play this game, and everyone's got their own preferences. Each game's different, each different video game's different. This game is certainly playable in stealth, and it's certainly playable in just being aggressive, and I try to use both. So what I try to do generally, especially early on, is I try to go for the missions in stealth because it's much easier to get killed, and we are on permadeath, so your agents can die, and when you've only got 3, that can be a problem. But at some point, you may well get caught. That is, people that are civilians won't necessarily notice you quickly. So that guy's a kind of civilian working here. He's not going to pick us up. The guy around there, you can see with the arrow on his head, he's an agent. They're always signalled by those little arrow things, and he will see us if we run around there. And as he's not where we are, we don't really need to bother him at the moment. Now, this is the point where you would draw a gun just in case you end up in trouble. The stun gun in this situation hasn't got a silencer, it hasn't got anything specific, and it deals less damage. This agent, I've forgotten to take her mask off, so she's going to wear a mask through the whole thing, but never mind. So now I've got a shotgun. Those red barriers, if you went through that, it would trigger an alarm. That's actually for boats coming in and out, so it won't affect us, but you see them everywhere. So now we've got to a point where there's quite a few people here. It's going to be very hard to get around there without getting seen. But we can try, we'll use this invisibility thing. And you can get a bit further now. The more people you can take out, if you know you're going to get caught, and there's another screen there, the thing is to take out as many people before they catch you. Because at some point in this you can see there's quite a lot of agents, there's people running around already, we will get caught. That guy with the yellow, so we'll take out these guys. When you get that, okay, that's really interesting. So we got arrested. Now in permadeath, it's interesting that happens because you can be killed or you can be arrested. I would say you get killed and arrested about even amount of time. You can hire agents that are solicitors or barristers or even police contacts that will mean you get released quicker. The longer you go in the game, the more agents you've got, the less this matters, but at the moment it matters because we've only got 3 agents, and I've never actually found out what happens if all your agents get arrested or killed, but when you've got 3 that's quite possible. So it's giving us the option to swap out agent because that one's arrested, so at least she's not dead, and we've only got 2 others, so we're going to stick with the agent we had originally. And it's a long time actually since I played through the beginning of this game, and obviously I'm not giving it 100% concentration because I'm doing the video, so it is very possible early on to get killed quite a lot. I think it's like all games, the earlier on you are, where you've got less weapons and less things, the easier it is to get killed. So sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. What will happen is, because, and I'll go to the screen and show you, because sometimes you can continue a mission, it just depends on the situation. In that mission, what happened was we blew it, basically. We got discovered, and that person that we were trying to help, we can't get that information for her, so now she doesn't like us because we failed, and you can understand why. We were going to help her, we kind of blew it, so she doesn't like us. If we really wanted to, we could still recruit her later on when we can get that tech that means we can find details about people that don't like us, and by helping them in some secret way we can then get them to like us, and then we can recruit them and go for a mission. But she doesn't like us and she's not got anything particularly special about her, so basically what we'll do is we will probably get rid of her at some point, and by that I mean we won't kill her. We'll just abandon recruitment on that button, and it just says abandon recruitment, and that means she's gone. And we can't recruit her again unless we bumped into her in London, which you'd think is unlikely, and actually it's quite fun because I would say the possibility of bumping into someone you've not recruited or had a bad run-in with or betrayed or they've betrayed you, etc, etc, is not high. It's kind of what you'd expect in a city. You do run into people like that. I've run into ex-agents that I've released before, or people that I've